Bum, ba-dum, bum.
Okay, you're alive now.
Sweet.
Okay. We're only running 13 minutes behind.
That's a new record, really.
In which direction? Because I'm
Yes.
pretty sure we've been on time and we've been 2.5 hours late before.
I don't know that we've ever been on time.
Right. This is Unmade podcast, and we are a bunch of hotheads right this second.
I'm Nico.
I'm Justin.
I'm Jared.
And I'm Tegan. Our adventures are just getting. Let's see. They went and investigated a mine that ended up being used. There was necromancy being used to get undead workers. But necromancy is not fully legal, but you have to have licensing and approval from the people that you turn into zombies or whatever beforehand. It's a whole legal mess that the guy didn't follow, so the guys took care of that. Now you're on your way to a mage tower to mostly investigate some magical items you guys got, or some items you got. You're not really sure which are magical or whatnot.
Yeah, how far away was that going to be?
It was probably going to be about like 20-30 minutes of travel. It's not that far.
We could do a short rest.
I mean, yeah, you could do that.
Or a long rest. I don't know. Do you need a long rest?
I only need 3 hit points and 1 spell slot, so I could probably go in with nothing.
Yeah, you guys
are okay.
Yeah.
You guys are pretty okay right this second.
I'm just down 10 damage.
Weak.
We'll probably like drink a little potion on the way or something. I feel like we had...
It's an easy enough of a ride that if you expand it to an hour, you can count that as a short rest.
Sweet.
How's that?
I am all about short rests. I get my spell.
Since you guys don't have much spent, it's not that big a deal. If you guys were actually worn out, then it would probably be a big deal.
All right.
Short
I'll
rests
take
are a
1 hit
warlock's
dice.
best friend.
Healing. Back to full.
What is my
Sorry, all this time that we were having difficulties, I was supposed to be setting out minis, but... Okay.
7 HP's back from my...
Just Garrett gains a little bit of hit points then.
Attaboy Garrett. Oh, that's what that face was.
Yeah, that was my I'm about to sneeze face.
Mm-hmm.
I muted myself so I didn't sneeze directly into the mic though.
Thank you.
I care.
Okay. So after 45-ish minutes of traveling, you guys come upon a large tower. It's actually, it's a domed building with a tower to the side. You guys can see the map right here. It's a giant dome. And then over here is a tower that goes up probably 3-4 stories.
I'm gonna make this a wee bit smaller. The whole map. There we go.
I didn't write anything down. Is this? Do we know who's here?
You know this from knowing that was a mage tower and stuff. Amy knows that it's part of the Mage Guild. Like, it's one of their official towers.
That it is. It is official Mage Guild Tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duh,
It's-
Vorin.
Duh.
You uncultured swine.
They're pretty uniform. So if you learn the layout of one, you more or less know the layout of all of them. They're very... very corporate like that.
Very cookie cutter.
I have a few things written down. I think this is just like an unrelated side quest. Something fun for us to do. I don't think it's like ties into something that we've already touched on.
Right. We're trying to get a couple things identified. I know I have a silver flute that your familiar does not enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it for me.
Maybe this had to do with the list of random things that I have written down.
I mean,
Good flute.
I had
Yeah.
this staff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there could be at least a few things. It looks like there's a magic spear on Garrett's equipment that I have written down.
I should actually pull out the stats for that spear since I forgot that I gave it to him for a second.
D12 damage, 10-foot reach. That's what I have.
Yeah, more or less. And it acts as a magical weapon. It beyond that, it doesn't have anything. It just has the enchantment enough to go past resistance.
For the purposes of being magical, it is.
Yes.
Okay,
Nice.
cool. That's what he's using.
Well, let's head on inside.
All right. So, on our way to Mage Tower to investigate items that we have. I guess we're inside looking for friendlies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I really hope it's the right binder.
Let's do it.
I will respectfully dip my mouth.
Oh wow.
Put that on the step right outside.
You're like,
in a big
respectfully,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
just to take this gum and under the table,
Mm-hmm.
so they don't see me chewing it.
Putting it right at the corner for later. I don't want to waste it.
Good point.
Gross.
Just 1 second. I
Or
might have
when
to just make up names again, which, I love just making up names on the spot when I already have them written down.
Let's fight Ethel.
Ethel. Mm-hmm.
Susan.
Trogmore.
Trogmore.
Is that from
Correct.
Strong Bad?
That's Trogdor.
Yeah,
He's the
Alright.
Burninator.
that might have been in my subconscious.
Oh, that's old. We're old.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like kids these days would still appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're
I should-
cool. We're hip.
I should introduce that to some of my students and see if they enjoy it.
What
I
is
bet-
up,
I bet-
fellow
that-
kids?
Yeah. I know a group of super nerds that might enjoy it.
Retro internet culture.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Wow, that does make me feel old.
I know.
Bert. Keith. New names.
Okay. So we're making names on the spot again.
Not Fred.
Not Fred. There is, in fact, no Fred.
Lindell.
No, you just made that up.
Crowl.
Shell.
As you all
Gonwin.
come up.
Common way.
I may end up just leaving you guys without moving you when things happen, just because I don't feel like moving the minis for non-related reasons.
Oh yeah, our minis have painted bottoms now.
Yeah, I need to
They're
go over them
actually-
again, but
Freaking
Yeah.
adorable. They're really pretty.
So are those two blue?
Yes.
And that's Aries and Foreign, or
Garrett.
not Foreign, Garrett.
Yeah.
And then
I
Foreign's
gotta work
the
on that
green
purple
one.
a little more.
Yep. And you're purple?
I'm purple.
It just has like just that ever so little bit of color and it picks it up on the screen. I don't know. I think it's really just a job well done.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're cool.
We might want to
As you guys-
switch the purple one to like red or something,
Yeah,
so it's easier to see.
Yeah.
But I really like them.
As you guys start working up the stairs, there's a older gentleman, Elvin, fairly old and wrinkly. He spots you. This is why I need that piece of paper. I wrote down things that I don't even remember if I told you.
Go for it.
Elvin greeting.
Right. Anyway, Justin, what's your character's name?
Mike, you can just call me Amy.
Amy.
Good. No, what's your full name though?
Amelina.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I didn't want to sound like a dick. He's like, Amelina!
Oh,
How
hey.
are you doing?
Hey,
You do not know this gentleman.
dude. What's up? How's it going?
I haven't seen you in
Ever.
30 years? 30 years.
How old is a
60 years?
Knowledge of this person. Do I have any recollection of how I might know or how he might know me?
How is Marina? Marina is one of your grandmothers, and your other grandmother has your name. Also looks like you. And he's old enough that he probably would have met them at some point.
You're probably thinking of Nana, sir.
Nana.
No, that could have been her name.
No, that's just what I call her. We're related. I'm a bit younger.
You look a little older than I remember.
How dare you?
Look at those perky breasts. Those aren't breasts of a 60-year-old. Jeez.
I,
What
s-
an insult.
I
Oh,
strut.
the princess always has our back.
Yes, she does. Oh,
Super class.
I'll just go with
Um,
it and introduce my friends.
He's like, what brings you to this tower?
We
I
have.
thought
I walk up to him and shove my flute in his face, not an innuendo, and I say, "Hey, what do you think this does?"
make sound.
This guy's useless.
We'd like to get some magic items identified if that service could be provided.
I can help you
Amazing.
by giving you to someone else.
I'm okay with that.
Brings you guys inside. The door doesn't seem to have a handle, but he like just runs his finger along the edge and it opens. Same thing with the inner door.
That's weird.
It's just a wee bit of magic. Pretty normie magic, IMO.
So off in this corner, there is somebody working at a bench. And
What are they working at?
looks like an alchemist bench.
A
Just
respectable
features.
craft.
And down the stairs here comes a younger woman, also elvish. Bright red robes with gold inlays. She goes up to him and goes, "Gramps, are you good? You're not bothering people, are you?" And he's like, "This is my granddaughter. She runs this tower now. In case you didn't know, Amelia." Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
Millie. He switches and starts calling you Millie.
That's fine. I won't correct him. I go, oh god, he's losing it. It's so
Poor
sad.
me.
It breaks my heart.
Go give him a hug.
I'll just like, aw, thanks. Thanks for your help.
But
Sleepy
Shabby
old you.
or Sabti. Her name's Sabti.
Sabti.
This is the adventure I told you about when I was young, and we used to go get them. And they're half elven, not full elf, like half elf.
Oh, they're a half-breed. Okay.
Oh, so this his granddaughter's gonna help us identify the magic items.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Yeah.
She explains that she runs this tower. She's the head mage here. Her grandfather used to back in the day, but he took a sidestep like 10 years ago, just stepped down to being a scribe. He's still the head scribe, and he's still an amazing scribe because he can remember all the spells he used to know, at least how to write them down.
Cool.
Yeah, but he's not so great with the other day-to-day things.
Aww. Breaks my heart.
But she tells you she can like take all the stuff to the side, and she can identify it, or one of the other people can for you. If you guys want to explore the tower, it's not completely free to just wander around, but you're more or less welcome to go around it. For Grandpa taking a liking to you, so if he counts that enough as a voucher.
Nice. Thank you. We would greatly appreciate that.
Thanks, Millie.
You guys have all the. I'll get out the staff that we found and say I would like this identified if you have the time.
Okay, and that she doesn't even have to like. She's like, I don't even need magic to know this one, and she runs her finger along some runes or on the inside of the finger thing, and it's like I'm pretty sure there's a like you just see a little static bounce off her finger. She's like, yeah, that's a staff of withering.
Oh.
It just, yeah.
It withers. I've heard of those.
Yes.
This could be useful.
I tap her with the flute, and I say, his familiar doesn't really like this thing. It couldn't be my beautiful plane. It's got to be something.
And she calls over an assistant who like comes over and it's like takes it and is like, is there anything else you need? And I assume you just hand them a pile of stuff, more or less.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're gonna do this thing and this thing, and
You're just like pulling things out of a bag that shouldn't exist anymore. It's like, I found this hubcap.
But there's not a whole lot.
Yeah.
There's like a couple of scrolls, that dark pyramid.
But
Yeah.
Guy takes it back into this room where there's two assistants, and they work on it for a while.
Is that being funky for anyone else?
a little bit.
It's like lagging.
Oh, I think his video froze.
I don't think there's anything else.
Mini. Yeah.
Oh, it's still
Guys,
happening.
whatever.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay. What's on the floor?
So we don't know what the flute is yet.
No, anything that you wanted to identify, so that gameplay wise, they're gonna go and do ritual castings, so it's gonna take a while.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
Since they're also not charging for this, I wouldn't complain.
No.
No
Yeah.
complaints.
You didn't pay me enough for a regular casting.
Well, that's
Take your time.
There's just a familiar flying over here, and a Kinku right here that's reading a book on something.
I slowly kind of hide the kinky feathers I ripped off that dude. That's kind of adorning my armor right now. Like,
Um,
Put your
right
cloak over it.
just like,
right
nope.
here is a bookshelf.
Oh, a bookshelf.
Bookshelf.
I
Well,
meander
it's
over.
like a china cabinet, not a bookshelf.
Okay.
There are bookshelves all over, but this is like a china cabinet.
Does it look important?
Well, yeah, let's walk around. He said that we
Yes.
could just like look
Yeah.
around,
Yes, it does.
I
Hey, can
meander
I, like,
that way.
pick up books. Want to learn something?
I look for weapons.
You see some, they're on the wall. It would be way too obvious to try to take them down.
Oh, I wouldn't take them down. I'm just gonna admire them.
They are being admired. There's axes and spears and knives, all encrusted with jewels. You're not sure which ones are magical and which ones are just important without actually being magical.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys can actually make that out,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'm gonna
Yep.
just close.
Oh yeah, it was good.
Yeah,
There
we
you
can see it.
It was cute.
Just in case we need directions. If you go up the stairs, there's
Cool.
yeah. So where do you guys go and examine stuff?
What's that little room before you go up the stairs? It's like a study room.
This one?
Yes.
That is in fact get over. You guys are one person's act more one's here. It's a base. This is their library, more or less. Well, it looks like it's not the library. It's like a reading room.
Ah.
So there are books and tables and set up, and you can just piled. And there's a couple minor things that look like they're in the middle of being tinkered on. But this is the. It also like doubles as their cafeteria.
Your mess hall.
You
All right.
mean
Yeah.
they have food by the books?
They live here.
I
Our
am
room.
Yeah, they study here.
appalled.
Really, you've never been up at like 3 a.m. studying and eating at the same time, like book
No.
like this? And
Nope.
Ooh. Shame.
Mm-mm. Not getting that stuff anywhere near my precious books.
Breakfast. What?
you can tell that it's very clean, and nothing has been spilled on any of the books. If that makes you feel any better.
It makes you
at
feel
all.
like this much better.
Okay.
So let's go up the stairs. Or I guess there's nothing left in here. I don't want to like go through chests and stuff. I just want to look around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, agreed.
This level actually is the library. Well, this one, and if you go up one more, the next two are more or less libraries. The whole place is like half library. It depends on what book you're looking for on where you go. This one has bookshelves with books. It goes up. Well, it looks like higher than it should for the space. Just makes sense. It's got, the Beauty and the Beast style library
Mm-hmm. Do I feel
per floor.
like enchantments afoot?
Yes.
Okay.
But there's also a Mage Tower. Every single thing feels a little enchanted.
It smells super magic-y in here.
Yeah. Almost Disney magic-y.
What?
You just wanna sing, but you're not going to because we don't have time for that.
I'll sing in my head and have a lighter step,
A lighter step.
like kind of drifting around, like bobbing around a little bit.
Suddenly the animals come in.
Yeah.
There are familiars kind of that walk around always, so there are in fact animals.
Are they chipmunks?
Sure. There is one chipmunk familiar somewhere.
Lovely.
Can my familiar make friends with them? I want them to playfully hop around with each other.
There.
Like animals do, like
They
kind of
are
like.
they are in a space that really you can only get if you're a small animal.
I like it.
There you go. They're making friends.
Yes.
How cute.
I'd like to sense through its senses and see if there's anything cool in there where only small animals can get.
What?
There's a couple trinkets that look like the chipmunk took and like started piling up, but nothing valuable and nothing like important. Just pretty,
Okay. That's
but
fair.
wouldn't interrupt work. Yeah. And as long as no one's looking, they're like basically like British people having tea. Just it's my mage has done this thing. They eat 3 times a day.
It's so
People understand.
frustrating.
And yours is like, won't even eat near books. It's very confusing.
Yep.
Okay. There is on the second floor. There is a case with items in it, like a glass case, like just a display case, like you'd see in a museum, and then a wardrobe-looking thing. Then again, more books.
Do any of the books look particularly interesting to me?
They all look fairly interesting.
Hmm.
What would you want to read? That's the problem you're having.
There are too many
You're like,
options.
ooh, this looks good, and you're like, wait, this looks good.
I'm having
Like,
some analysis paralysis going on.
yeah, and then you keep just running around the room. It's
Like, huh? Oh.
and you actually open a book and you read something, and then you realize to understand this, you need to check a reference in another book, and you put it away, and then forget what book you were going to and find another book.
Mm-hmm.
There are lots of books.
I start
If you have
yak
anything-
trimming the books. That's the term, right? Yak trimming.
Sure.
Yak trim. Something like that.
I'd like to point out that I am not interested in books.
Me neither.
I
The princess does not care for books.
Unless you're paying attention, like preventing him from it, the Kinku goes over to Jared and starts inspecting his spear.
To Garrett?
Garrett,
Garrett
yeah,
has it. Yep.
yeah.
I don't think he would.
Do you understand the significance of like getting the spear from somebody? Because it's very clearly Kinku. Explains some lore to him about like just how that tradition started, which is just a combat tradition, and grabs one of the runes on his that are around his neck and puts his hand on the thing, and the rune glows, and then a rune appears on the spear, and he explains like the spear can be charged and get like a +1 magic bonus, but it can only be used daily, and it would have to be like enchanted daily for it to work. But if you do run into a runecaster, they can charge it, and that's what's really super special about it.
That's neat.
He runs off and joins you. So, yeah. So if you, other than books, there is the display case I told you about, or the kind of china cabinet looking thing over here. The case on the second floor that has a map and a gym in it, and like a couple keys, I think. And then there's one more story that you can't get into. Like there's one more floor blocked. Oh, and this one where right here, there's also I forgot someone meditating.
Ooh.
And like slightly not hovering, but you can just sense like there's an aura about them.
Okay. To clarify my point earlier, not yak trimming, it's called yak shaving. It's a seemingly endless series of small tasks that have to be completed before the next step of a project can move forward. So every time you do something, you find something else that needs to be done before the first thing can get done.
Yeah.
Yak shaving. I knew
Thank goodness I know that.
I knew it was a thing, and it was really bothering me.
Okay. Anything else?
I'm going to continue shaving this yak.
Okay.
I don't like
Un-
it.
Does
unless
Voran
bothered.
decide to look at the things that aren't books?
Yeah, I'm checking out all the weapons, all the axes and hammers. I'm super interested in.
Did they say how long it would take, or did they instruct us on where to best stay out of the way? Did they say we could just look around and do
You
whatever?
say you could look around. There are couches and chairs, mainly for reading, but you can just hang out. There's artwork, and it's mostly a research and library situation.
I feel at home.
I
I feel
Well, there's,
at one with this place.
I have a couple spell scrolls and potions that I don't know what they are.
Okay. Well, yeah.
We could find some other person and bother them about them.
That rune guy for
Did I tell you anything about the spell scrolls?
I don't have anything written down for it.
Okay.
I feel like I've been trying to write stuff down pretty well.
Okay. Well, how did it say how many spell scrolls?
2 spell scrolls and 3 potions.
Okay. Well, if you take the potions to the alchemist, he like looks at them. He's like, "This is a healing potion." Pops a cork, dips a finger. That's that's an invisibility potion. And the last one is more or less a potion of false life.
I don't know what false life is, but I think that Voran should get the invisibility and that not one of you guys should get the healing.
I'm all about taking that invis potion and getting real sneaky.
Mm-hmm. All right, you have it.
All right.
Someone else needs a heal too, because I don't need it.
Okay, I'll take that.
And I don't know what the last one was.
False life. It gives you bonus hit points.
That should also be one of you guys.
I think Voran should take it.
Yeah, probably. I'm the
Cool.
sneaky and the tank in this party.
That's so weird.
Invisibility and false life. False life is a spell, right?
Yes.
I can just look that up.
Cool.
Delicious.
I have a pass without a trace potion too written down that you could have.
Yeah.
You're gonna be addicted to potions.
I know. I have so many to chug down.
It's hard to remember to use them though. For me it is.
Okay. So, not that one.
vial of poison.
The 3 spell scrolls.
Mm-hmm. 2.
2. Okay, never mind.
It was 2 scrolls of 3 potions.
Okay, the 2 scrolls are Crown of Madness.
Oh shit!
And Suggestion.
Wow, they're very similar.
Wait.
Cool.
Sorry, not Suggestion. I threw the wrong one down. Arms of Hadar.
Arms of Hadar.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Neither do I.
Do you want me to look it up?
It's funny, when I type Arms of Hadar, it's the first thing that comes up.
Because you're a loser.
I feel like I look up too much D&D stuff. Tentacles of dark energy erupt from you and batter all creatures within 10 feet. Each creature in the area must make a strength saving throw. On a failed save, they take 2d6 necrotic damage and can't take reactions until their next turn. On a successful save, they take half damage and do not suffer the effect.
That's sweet as shit.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
I think that might be good for Ares to keep on her purse.
As like just in case. Okay. I think Garrett could take potions.
He can indeed take potions.
Oh, I guess that was a scroll though, right? Who could use the scroll?
Doesn't have to be in your. I have no idea. I don't know any of these rules.
I don't remember.
I think
I think only some people can use it.
Yeah, I think it has to be in your class list of spells.
Oh, then in that case, probably me, because it says it's a warlock spell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you have to have
So
it.
Yep, that's all yours.
Okay.
You might be able to like learn it since you have it written down.
Ooh.
I don't know how that works. I've never been a warlock, but I've heard of that kind of thing happening before.
I'm going to just house rule that
No.
anyone can use a spell scroll as long as someone assists them, like trying to figure it out, but without activating it.
So I could like teach Ares how to use it.
You can teach someone how to use it. You won't be able to comprehend what you're doing,
That's weird.
but you can figure out how to use it.
Okay. So I can teach you like, oh, just say these words and do this, and it'll activate the scroll, and this will happen.
If you're like proficient with casting a spell, you can just use it. If otherwise, you have to roll a spell casting check, and if it fails, then you just don't cast it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd rather just let Amy use it and have it work 100% of the time.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
Okay, cool. Let's see.
It'd be cool if you could learn it though, or just learn spells in general.
Mm-hmm.
And Crown of Madness is something having to do with like making someone fight for you, like charm person, kind of.
I think it's kind of. I think it more makes them fight. I don't think it really matters who.
Yeah, I think
But
it
I
makes
think they
them,
can still attack you, but they just see everyone as an enemy.
Yeah, I think it makes them crazy hit things next to them,
Yeah.
if I recall correctly.
You hear a banging on the door. Just a huge, heavy
On what door? Like the front door?
front door. Yeah.
Vorin goes and answers.
No, it's not our house to answer. It's someone else's house.
Every house is Vorin's house.
You're just like, it's my place. What do you want?
Yeah.
Foreign, like, you're like trying to push the door open. You're like,
Mhm.
and you,
I'm
you
looking
just
for
accident-
handles.
And you put your hand just in the just right spot, and it opens.
Oh, look at you.
Okay, what do I see?
You see A huge, heavy knoll.
Close the door.
Close the door.
A knoll, huh?
And a few more knolls.
Gnolls are terrible creatures. Always
And
summoning
2
shit.
hyenas.
Ugh.
Damn, you see a lot. It's a fucking army.
I pull out my weapons and brace, but I don't attack.
Not engaging. They're able to like kind of march themselves in. Like in the very pushing everyone aside.
Mm-hmm.
Dogs don't really care for normal etiquette.
Like they're the police.
Hmm.
I gotcha.
I feel like
Yeah.
Warren doesn't either.
If one tries to push me, can I try to like stand tall so he doesn't
Stay in
like
my
get
ground.
past me? He just kind of bumps into me and.
The one does. You can try to stand tall, but he's actually confused the way he hits before he looks down. Yeah. Yes. They are all yeah. They're looking
Okay.
around and looking for something. At this point, the Kinku and the alchemist left not that long before. So in the room is just a couple people. Anyone who wanted to be downstairs.
Oh no! Do not move my character backwards.
Masking. Do you want to stay up top?
If I knew Voren went downstairs or wherever to open
We
the door,
heard it. We started to head that way.
yeah, so
Okay.
I'll head down if other people. I don't need to make it there like as they're coming in, but like shortly thereafter.
Yeah. So they get in and they're just spread around the room looking for stuff.
I'm gonna say in common, can I help you find something?
One of the gnolls just like looks at you and just walks away, and then 2 of the hyenas kind of just hang out by you and like looking at you like they're not sure if you're something to play with or something to eat,
Why not?
but not like
Oh.
attacking.
It's
They're just-
taking all of my willpower not to fight these guys.
Well, why don't we look to the people who live here for a clue as to what might be going on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So-
Do we see how they're interacting with these doofuses?
The Sabti, like looks up from what she's doing as they're like barging in and coming through, and she's just like, "Excuse me, this is my house. What are you doing here?" The old man is like, "Do I know you?"
This guy.
This guy. It's Millie.
And then like the one that was right at the door first, who happens to be the biggest, he just like looks at the old man, like crouches down. It's like, "Where Korach?" Totally a horrible hyena voice, but I need Hyenak now. Now that name sounds familiar. Can you describe him to me? And hyena and like some of the gnolls are just like knocking books over, and
They did
one
what?
flips the small table. Yeah. This one makes over to the cabinet and starts like kind of trying to open it.
Oh, I'll go stop him.
You
No.
can make it open before he actually is able to.
Okay.
Because it looks like he's trying to open the door and it just kind of like pulled itself back shut.
Mm-hmm. I'll slap his
Like, when
hands.
bandages too, it just shuts again. Alright.
Sir.
And then anyone else doing anything?
Garrett and I are watching from, I guess, the bottom of the stairs, watching for them to make a move, or one of my friends to make a move. It seems like the tensions are high on both sides.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to be the one to make the first move.
The big guy picks up the elderly wizard. Both hands just, "Oh, I need it," and like breathing into his face and basically teeth almost going over his head, just like that close is barking.
I do a quick 5-foot step towards him and hold my axe up to his throat.
The hyenas follow you, but stay whatever.
Or don't care.
He sets the guy down and like raises up his weapon and initiative.
Boom. Let's do this.
Oh.
21.
12.
Okay. That puts Vorn at the top with 21. Nice. First strike, right?
Mm-hmm. Deep Stalker Rangers are hilarious first turn.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Just crazy.
You basically just delete the first person you get next to.
Right. Or get close to. We'll see how strong this guy is.
Strong enough that I don't know how the alphabet works.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Justin, will you sing it for us?
No. I was close. You almost got me. I wasn't gonna sing it in English though.
Oh, that would have been better.
I like the other melody of it, not like the one that we grew up with. There's a new one.
There's
Oh,
a new
it's like
one?
A, B, C. That one?
No,
That's a
that's
song.
like
Dang
Michael
it.
Jackson.
That's
Oh,
even
right,
better.
right.
Wait, what's the new one then?
It goes A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, and T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
That's
Nice. I
Yeah.
like
Oh.
it.
It
Yeah,
is.
I like
I
the
think
new
it's
melody.
better, but I don't know how I feel about it.
It's your
more
first time
hip.
hearing it.
It's true.
So,
I mean, I'm
it's
not gonna
pretty-
take the same stance that people take against the new way they teach math. So
Common Core.
yeah, Common Core.
okay.
The thing about Common
Shit.
Core is...
It's you. I'm just gonna. This one right here,
Uh-huh.
17. We're calling him. He's a Flend.
Okay, wait, so he's going before me?
No, he's at 17.
Oh, gotcha, we're seeing initiative. Okay.
This guy. Calling him Wolf Boy Slim,
Mm-hmm.
and he got an 11.
Yes.
This guy
After me.
got a 10. You can name him whatever the fuck you want.
Ooh, whatever the fuck you want, that's a good name.
Literally that.
Pete.
This guy got a 16. He
Looks like an archer.
yeah, he's an archer.
Okay.
He's gonna just be called the Grassy Knoll.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
That's my really bad JFK reference.
I like that. I don't know what that says about me, but
And these two hyenas here, one of them goes on. This one goes on his initiative, and this one got a 13. The old wizard got a 5,
Mm-hmm.
and she got a 15.
This is too many initiatives. There's only 3 of us, and there's like 7 enemy initiatives. Can we just
Well,
do like
The
3
last,
and
the last 2 are the NPCs, but yeah.
yeah, some of those people are on our side.
Don't worry, I'll kill a couple soon.
I don't think I got everyone. I got 21, which is Vorin, 17, which I don't know his name. 16 is the grassy knoll. 15, I didn't get that one's name.
That
11
Okay.
was Wolf Boy Slim. Like it's
Okay. So ignore the last 4 I gave you.
okay. 10 is Keith, and then 5 is Aries. I'll keep this list that I have right here.
The hyenas will act on this guy's initiative. The NPCs I'll throw in when I need to. Then otherwise there's 4 enemies. So.
Okay.
All right. So can I hit this guy?
You're first.
All right. Vorin goes to spit and realizes he left his dip outside and is not happy about it. So he's gonna swing 3 times with his warhammer and 1 time with his battle axe.
Diggity dang.
All at advantage because I'm going before him on the first turn.
Nice.
23,
Okay.
21, 25, and a natural 20 for the battle axe.
Everyone hits. And you're
You
attacking,
kill him.
So
You're
You're gonna-
attacking the boss guy.
yes, I'm
Yes,
attacking the
you
boss
are.
guy.
Make
Alright,
it rain.
let's see what happens. Let's see, 2, 4,
Everyone's gonna run away.
11. So my warhammers did a total of 23, and then my battle axe comes in and does 15, so 38 total.
Okay, he is bloodied.
Damn.
That's a good
He is
amount of
not in
damage.
that great a shape,
Holy shit. I
but
bet
he's still standing.
Is he holding his weapon still?
Yeah, he's like standing there, like a little shaken on how hard he got hit, but he's still upright and he's still holding his weapon.
Finish him.
It is now his turn, actually.
All right. Then he attacks in turn.
Mm-hmm.
He dropped that old man he was holding, right?
Yeah, he set him down already, like before combat started. 18, a 2, and a 9.
The 18 hits.
Yeah. He does 13 damage,
Okay.
and that's his turn.
Okay. And that's everyone who goes on his turn. Next is Grassy Knoll with the 16.
Right. And he critically misses, and he was aiming for Vorin. So the arrow goes right into his leader in his shoulder.
Oh, shit.
He takes 5 more damage.
That's how it kills him.
Now he doesn't look okay, but he's still upright.
Do you have room on the table to remove the other 2 floors and pull where we are closer?
Yeah. I actually moved. Ah, damn it.
Ooh,
Oh, there you
there.
go. That looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah, except you can see my feet, so I'm gonna move this. There you go.
Awesome.
Okay, who's next?
Oh, after the Grassy Knoll, I
Oh.
had...
Those hyenas need to go on his initiative.
Oh, right. They are attacking Vorin still.
Yeah.
You get-
One misses, and the other got a 17.
That's a hit.
Sweet.
Let's see. Oh, sorry, and the other one got advantage actually, and still missed. So you take 4 points of damage,
Okay.
and that is that group. Who's next?
It is now Wolf Slim.
Wolf Boy Slim.
Mhm.
He is going to attempt like a shove attack. And what was I using? I was using that one. He gets a 20.
Wow.
Roll a strength check to make sure you don't get knocked prone.
Strong, you say?
Yeah. And then you also take 1d4 damage. You see it? You take 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage, and I got a 15.
A 50.
So I am prone. Yeah?
No.
Oh.
He didn't have to hit you, but it didn't actually knock you over.
Nice.
You just, yeah.
Excuse
You more or less
me.
move back to where you actually are. And then he uses, like, what would be a second attack to try to just pry that case open. And he fails. Then who's next?
Okay. Then it is Keith with a 10.
When's my turn?
No, you are right before Keith. Sorry.
Okay.
Amy.
I'm going to look at him very sternly and then say, "Those are not yours." And I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast. Oh, no, I still have my staff because she just identified it, right? So I still have it on my person.
Yes.
Okay, I'll cast it through my staff.
What were you casting? Oh, Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch Blast. 17 to hit.
What does casting it through your staff do?
The staff has, if I can click on the right thing. It has charges you can expend to, like, do more damage in a special thing. So it has, like, 3 charges. So when I'm casting it through my staff, I'm using it,
Alright.
to do the extra. So, 10, 12,
That is really cool. I've never heard of that before.
24 damage.
He is dead.
Aw. Oh, I mean, yay. But yeah, it also does. So if he hadn't have died, he would have had to do a con save. And then if he failed that, he would have disadvantage for an hour on ability checks and saving throws using strength.
Dang! And you just killed him.
Yeah, but he did. So works out.
He's all withered up.
I will move in front of the bookcase to prevent anyone else from further tampering.
Oh, you're like, not this area.
Yeah.
Did you glance in the china cabinet before it, or you just step in front of it without looking?
I mean, I'll take a peek.
It's
Don't
a
have-
bunch of vials, all kind of faded, some of them like sparkle with colors. Certain ones you see moving in.
Oh,
They all have things in them. One of them actually looks like it has fire in it, but at a glance, that's all
General
you can
magical alchemy stuffs. Yeah, I don't want them to have that, so. Okay, that's my turn.
tell. We are going to jump in. The old guy is going to try to make an attack. It fails. It just, if you see something leave its hand, it just kind of sparkles out. Then back to initiative. And you said Keith? Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Is that who we named this guy?
There was a longer name that was too long, so I just picked a shorter name.
Okay, well, this is the only guy that hasn't moved, really. So, assuming it's that guy. He he is going to run up over here to the headmistress and make a bite attack.
To the headmistress?
Yeah,
Nice.
because I made her name too awkward for me to be able to say easily.
Yay.
See, I'm telling you.
One, he made a claw attack that missed, and then he reached in to do a bite attack. And it looked like it sinked kind of deep, but he let her go, and she's kind of holding her shoulder now.
Okay.
And then I'll just, as a reaction, or as her built thing, for just say goes after that, she makes an attack on him, hits. And yeah, he did not take that well.
Great. Now it's my turn. And I'm on the stairs, right? And Garrett's in front of me?
Yes.
Okay, he's going to attack the first baddie in front of him. I think it's the guy that's attacking the headmistress.
Yeah.
Right? Keith?
Yep.
And then he's going to just roll to hit him with his new spear.
And you get the +1 right now for today.
Okay. This +1 to hit and to damage.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm hard at math right now. 16?
That hits.
Okay, it's a D12. Sweet. And he didn't even have to be right up on him. It's 10 foot reach. The 10 plus 4 is 14 damage.
All right, and
No,
that,
it's +5 because of that +1, right? So that's 15
Yeah.
damage. Sorry, I guess he's already dead.
he is in really bad shape. He is like gushing blood, but he's still mostly upright.
Good job, Garrett. Eat him. No. Now it's Warren's turn.
All right. I guess I'm gonna attack that dude some more. So, 2 Warhammer, 1 Battle Axe.
Okay.
Does a 16 hit?
Yes.
Okay. What about an 11?
11 does not hit.
Okay, and then the Battle Axe. 13.
13 does not hit.
All right, just the first Warhammer hit. And it does 12 damage.
And that just chunked through his throat.
You
He is dead.
smash his windpipe in.
Yeah. Yeah. And then it would have been his turn, right? So
Mhm.
that makes it, and the next person's down.
I think it's
Grassy knoll.
yeah, grassy knoll.
Hmm. He like reinforces the idea that the dogs should attack you, or the hyenas should, but he comes over here, and makes. Ugh. Do, 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 do. 2 melee attacks. And 1 hits. 1 hits Amy and just 4 damage.
Over damage.
What is it? Okay, and who's next?
It is the hyenas.
Oh, right. Sorry. What is Warren's AC?
16.
Only 1 attack hits.
Okay.
And that does 8 points of damage.
You got it.
You doing okay?
Oh yeah. Still got 23 hit points.
Sweet. So now it's Wolf Boy Slim.
Mm-hmm.
He dead.
Dead.
And then
Oh, yeah.
it's Amy's turn.
Woo! Okay. I'm just going to straight up eldritchly blast this dude in front of me.
Okay.
Blast his face.
22 to hit.
That hits.
12 damage.
And that took a. And yeah, that did a lot of damage. He's still standing.
Okay. Yep, then I'm done.
Alright, it's Keith's turn. The bastard.
And he is going to turn and attack Garrett.
How dare he?
He dares like this. 1 attack hits
How you know?
because it's 19.
Yeah,
And
that hits.
for 7 points of damage.
Oh, sorry. Now it's my turn. Garrett's gonna hit him back. 16. Oh, that hit last time. 7 damage.
7. He is dead.
Sweet.
Yeah. Did you do anything special to kill him, or you just kill him?
Well, it's his new spear. He's just kind of getting the hang of it.
Alright.
The rest of these dudes are scrubs.
But he seems impressed with this spear. Like, he's happy with it.
Oh, good. I like it when he's happy. It's Warren's turn.
Goody. I'm gonna crush one of these hyenas.
Do it.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like one of these things is gonna be super dead. Does a 16 hit?
A 16 does hit.
Okay. Does a natural 20 hit?
I don't know. I don't think that does.
And a 17. Okay, so I hit twice with my Warhammer and I critted with my battle axe. That thing is going off tonight. So I do 6. Oof. 19. 20. I do. Oh, I do 31 damage.
Damn.
All the one target, or that?
Yeah, all the one hyena.
Did you want to split that between the two?
Sure, if I can, I'll just bring both Warhammer and Battle Axe down on each of them.
Yeah, because each one has 5 hit points.
Okay, yeah. We can do that.
So you hit one, you hit the other, and you hit them both a couple more times before realizing they were dead. Yeah.
That old man's my homie. You don't mess with him.
Yeah.
Like, you took my kill.
Ah. That's funny.
Kill stealing. That's not cool. All right.
I take this opportunity for my movement action and put another dip in.
Can I have some?
I shake my head. No.
Okay. Pulls out something else and like throws it in, and it's like gold. It actually looks like pure gold. They just like using his dip.
Not as good of a friend as good old Oak Reach.
Thug life.
Yeah. Then who was after? Would that be the Knoll?
Yes.
So the last remaining Knoll.
Yep.
I'm going to. All right. I was seeing if he made a will save against running away or being frightened, and he got a natural 20. So he's not afraid.
He's gonna just stay and fight.
Quite good. He is going to make a shove attack because he really wants in that. He got a 16.
So
I'm assuming that. Yeah. Then roll a strength.
Okay.
He got a 16 against.
I got a 12 strength.
Okay, so you're knocked prone.
No.
And he's gonna just try to get that. He has his eye on one vial in there, and he's just trying to pull and grab it. He does manage to get it, and he starts to run to the door.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You don't, because you're prone.
What?
But maybe old Vorin does.
But Vorin and the wizard does.
He's just gonna go right.
I mean, okay, actually, you cast spells, so yeah, you can Eldritch Blast to try to.
I do have the Warcaster feat.
Then yeah, you're good.
Okay.
You can. I was thinking like a weapon, but yeah, you totally can like lay down and start being like pew pew
Yeah.
pew pew pew.
16 to hit
16 hits.
for 8 damage.
He falls dead. The vial goes flying through the air.
No.
I need a dex to try to catch it.
You got it. Ooh. How's a 9 treat ya?
A 9 doesn't. But the old man reaches out, tries to grab it. It bounces off his finger, hits the ground. Let's see. 10.
Hey, go to bed. You don't need to get ice cubes for your water. You're going to sleep. Come on. Don't forget to set your alarm.
Ice cubes are delicious.
Shut up.
Yeah. So, let's one more time. Okay. So, as the vial hits the ground, a poof of smoke.
What is that?
I recognize that from the picture.
And an ogre jumps out. But mind you, he's not blue ogre like this guy. He's just an ogre.
That was a vial of ogre?
That's weird.
Gross. What was in it?
No one was looking in the case before the combat started.
We don't go
Whatever.
through other people's things.
I tried to prevent them from getting in there.
You did try. Tried very well.
Do we roll initiative again?
No, you guys are all, since it's like you guys haven't left, he just go back regular initiative order and he'll catch up at the beginning of next round.
Okay, well, it was Amy's turn after she got pushed down.
Then she can get up and attack.
I will stand up and
You can move it all?
gather my bearings.
Okay.
I feel like I don't have the time in between there to figure out what's going on to attack. I'll just go,
So-
the fuck?
The ogre, when he got popped out, he rolled right. He rolled to
What?
do an he roared out like yelling, like in a very aggressive way, to try to intimidate anyone that's around him. And again,
I'm far
I
enough
don't-
away, right?
Oh yeah, you're good.
So what do I need to roll?
Just I gotta see if it's just a wisdom save.
Wisdom, okay.
Yeah, it'd have to be a 15.
I'm scared.
You vagina.
I know.
Slightly shaken for a round.
Okay. What
Because
is
he just
that?
popped up out of nowhere.
Yeah, you have disadvantage on attacks for 1 round.
Okay. So is he considered as having gone in combat then?
Yeah, combat's. No, he is not.
Okay.
Because
So
he
my,
wasn't really conscious of what happened. He was just like aggressively busting out of that.
okay, so that'll just cancel out my advantage on him.
Yeah.
Right.
So who's after Amy?
Me.
Kill
So
it.
Garrett's gonna go over there and attack him. Oh, no, he's not. He's at least, but he did move over there. I'm sorry. I should have made a moment for that to happen. But he did not make the attack. He didn't fumble. He had 2.
So he went over there to attack and didn't make it.
Right.
He missed real good.
All right. And then I guess I would put him.
It is now Boren's turn.
Yeah. All right.
And then it's bad guy.
2 warhammers and a battle axe. 15.
The 15 hits.
25 hits and 23 hits. $24 plus 6, 30 damage.
Kill him. He's down.
Get him.
He roll an intimidate check.
That's charisma, right?
Yes.
I ain't good at that at all. I try to growl and like
You're so
the
small.
I had worked out kind of like bubbles up and I kind of cough a little bit. I got a 7.
And a 7 does the job.
Yeah.
Because he got a 6, because he gets a -2.
Wow.
He's just like, he's crouched down and like his hands up, like giving up without even really fully aware what's happened yet.
Get him.
I glance over at the mistress of the house and see if she's still like in an aggressive stance towards it.
She's letting out a giant sigh. And like,
Oh, like it's her pet.
given a second, she like puts her hands up in a handful of motions. and like pulls him down, and chains appear around his limbs, and arms, and whole self, and pulls him to the ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're out of initiative.
Yeah.
Sweet. Good job.
Yes.
So, what was that about?
She says, I don't think that was who they were trying to get to.
Oh, they were asking for somebody named Karak.
You got a shelf full of people potions?
I mean, they're not people potions. And she pulls you over there to like look. And she's like has one hand up, kind of just reinforcing the spell, even though she doesn't have to.
Mm-hmm.
And she says, take a closer look. And as you look into the china cabinet, she's like, this is, for lack of a better word, a prison. And it's every jar has something in it, and you move. And if you focus on one thing, like the one that's obvious is one that's just like looks like a fire inside of a ball. And then you actually notice it has form, and it's just kind of fighting. So like what looks like a flickering flame is really a fire elemental just trying to hit its cell.
Huh.
Which is not fully the glass, but it's kind of like a genie's lamp.
Oh my god.
One of them has it looks like a angry bird, just like flapping its wings and hitting its head against things. There's a cabinet that's like that, like the main part where this jar came out of, and then above it there's a second set which is like super reinforced with like each of those bottles that are up top are covered in chains and like heavily locked down. And of all those, you can only make out one, and it has a dragon in it, you think. Can't really tell much beyond it looks like a dragon. But there's fire elementals. There's one that looks like sand and like it's moving, and you're pretty sure it's an earth elemental. And
I am so glad we did not look at this before.
there's a couple that do have people in them, like actual like humanoids. Of those ones, you're pretty sure they're casters.
True.
But they state like everyone in here, there's a reason they weren't killed. Like they're needed for something, or they know something, or their crime wasn't such that they deserve death, but they're too dangerous to let out at this moment.
Okay.
Yeah. So like she has to go looking through his shelves and like looking for another one of these prisons, because the prisons themselves are very expensive. Like every bit of it, the items to cast the enchantment, the glass itself, everything is really hard to come by. And she's able to find one, and a couple people come down and start working on the ritual. But yeah. So that's what that was about. Yeah. But she points out that there is one. She's not 100% worried about it, since this looks like a standard war party. But there's one that looks like a hyena, like a sick hyena, like prancing around its bottle, or not prancing, prowling, and it's looks rabid. And if you really look, you realize it is a gnoll, but he's on all fours and just barking at the cage and looks feral.
What does this guy look like again? The guy in front of us?
Oh, this guy?
Uh-huh.
Just a big ogre.
Like they grabbed the wrong bottle, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like they grabbed the wrong bottle. It was right next, like the empty spot where that bottle was is right next to the one who was supposed to be grabbing. And the bottles are fairly similar in look. So we probably saw the right bottle, but in the rush just grabbed the wrong one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had a random thing, so it could have been any number of these bottles you fought. You number as in 5 of them.
And
I wasn't gonna throw the dragon at you. I'll never do that. When have I ever just thrown a dragon at you?
never would have fought one of those.
Yes. So everyone comes down and is like, the fuck happened? Because you guys wiped it out super fast.
Mm-hmm.
As the usual.
The person that was meditating upstairs is the only one that seems to have not come down. And they tell you they're almost done with the ritual. They'll have all the items done in just a second, but they take priority on wrapping up this guy, so they spend 5 minutes casting the right spell to infuse them into a jar, put them back on the shelf, pull out all your magical items. What were the things that were identified that weren't the scrolls or the potions or being
My flute.
Your flute. It just has a light enchantment on it that is unpleasant to extraplanar beings.
So I can be annoying.
Yeah.
It didn't cause any harm or anything. Well, that's good.
No, if you went straight up to one and blew really hard into it, it might hurt a bit. But it does okay, I remember exactly what it is now. Once a day, you can use it to cast Vicious Mockery.
Okay.
But yeah, this is once a day, and otherwise it's just really annoying to anything not of this plane. Then there's a flute. Spear was identified, the staff was identified, the 3 potions, and the scrolls were identified.
What about maybe the Dark Pyramid? I don't know if that's a thing.
Yes. That is it's an artifact they're not really comfortable explaining to you what it is.
Should I not have it?
They would feel more comfortable if they took it, and they'll give you compensation for it.
Oh, they want to buy it, but they don't want to tell me what it is.
Yeah, they say it's part of a raider device, but they're not sure. It's unlikely that anyone else has found the other pieces, but one of the people wasn't sure it even existed. Someone else actually saw another piece of it at one point. And they'll give you what seems a fair price for it. They'll give you 20 gold for it.
Seems low.
I mean, money doesn't really mean much to us.
Anyone that wants to haggle or whatever can roll a insight.
Sure, why not? Insight. 15.
Yes. You can tell they are lowballing like crazy.
Yeah.
But the mistress sighs and it's all right. And she reaches inside her sleeve and pulls out a bag. That's way too big to fit in the sleeve.
What?
A sleeve
reaches
of
in. She holds out a pile of coins that she does this thing where it looks like she counts a handful of them. It's 150 gold.
I'd be more interested in a good read. And we'll let you borrow any of the 2 books in the library. Sold.
Yeah. So
I mean, we're not going to do anything with this whatchamagig, and if we need it later, we know where it is.
Go for it. I don't care.
Okay, so things that you have otherwise, you have already had that one thing identified. Those coins that you had, you could ask them if they know anything.
With the black obsidian gold with coins with gold inlay.
Yeah.
I got like 213 of those.
And I don't remember if you had anything else. I was trying to think. I'm sure you do, but I don't remember what. All right.
That ceremony dagger jewel inlay hilt. That is that what you're talking about?
Yes, that was it. That is in fact just a dagger.
It's just pretty.
Really pretty. It probably belonged to a noble that just had too much money and not enough like skill with it. Obviously, why he doesn't have it anymore. The coins, on the other hand, they come from Shade, which is a demi-plane of shadow that is just mirror. That is one of the two mirrors of the material plane. Those are the currency of that place. They're really uncommon to find here, but you do come across them occasionally. They're worth... You can normally fudge someone who's not sure what they are to be worth the same as a gold. A collector will respect them as like a gold and a half. Most people won't even like respect them as coins. But in a larger town, you can usually use them equal to gold. If someone collects, they're a gold and a half.
I have an iron amulet. Necklace. Tri-Fey swords on. Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just saying this stuff if any of it was supposed to be done.
I'm trying to remember off the top of my head if anything had specific value. The amulet is just a house crest with it seems like it used to have a minor enchantment on it, but it's died out at this point. And the iron amulet it has a trying to remember the name of the spell, but whatever the minor spell to like purify water has that on it. It only has one charge a day, but yeah, it's there. So it can remove poison or toxins from any liquid, more or less. Not necessarily water either. Mind you try to use on wine, it might weaken the wine.
Gotcha. Alrighty. So I think that's everything that I have written down that could be done here.
Was there anything else you guys wanted to do here? Look around at more stuff, or?
She wants to get a book.
Yeah, I need some books.
What kind of books do you want?
That is a good question.
Are there any on Vorin and how awesome he is?
I tell him no.
One of the assistants is like, I will look, and like goes and looks. Does anyone have a passive? Well, if you're actively looking at books, roll an investigation. Anyone else with a passive perception above 14?
I have passive perception of 15.
19 for actively looking.
You notice that even though like you're, looking for books, before you were too like frantic looking everywhere, that some of the books seem to rearrange themselves ever so slightly. And sometimes like there'll be a book that will just straight up disappear, then reappear. They explain to you that for the most part, with the exception of certain bookshelves, most of the bookshelves are connected to other mage towers.
Cool.
So there are some books that are super rare, and those are general templates that you can pull out and like flip through and have access to anything in specific libraries like rare texts. And then a lot of the common texts you're able to like pull from, like if you really like a book, you can read it and like read it that's in another library, or you can return a book and it will go to its original library. It's a little complex on what books are actually where, but is there anything you want to read on specifically?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, how about Tiefling working for the Master, working above cultists, Flaming Skull follows him, Dagon, Spawn, Abomination, Corrupted Dragon, was a rush order, like any of that stuff that we're working
Let's go a book on, like, old, not-so-good religions.
Vampires.
Old, not so good religions.
Mm-hmm.
She pulls you to a bookshelf. A big bookshelf with 117 books.
I picked the nastiest looking book.
The one that says gross on the cover.
Mm-hmm. Are there any that are bound in skin?
Ew.
No.
Good.
Okay.
I mean, there are, but they're in a restricted section, which...
Those are the ones I want. I'll take one book instead of two if I get one from there.
We will loan you this?
We saved you.
This happened like 10 seconds ago.
It happened like 5 minutes ago, and this specific book, we can loan you, but you have to return it within a month or 2 months to a library.
Okay.
Just any of it.
That sounds good. Does the book have a title? I'll just put skin book.
It just has a bloody handprint that looks fresh.
Weird. It just always looks fresh. Ooh.
Like, the book is, like, crackle and old. Like, the skin that made the pages is just... looks like it should be falling off, but it's very solid. But the handprint in the middle is just... it's fresh and slightly sticky.
Okay, definitely the book I want.
Gross. You're gross, Amy.
I'm trying to help us on our quest by gaining the knowledge.
Yeah, but you're touching it with your hands. Ew.
I wear gloves.
If you can still pull another book if you want.
I'm Gucci with this one.
He's fine with... okay. Yeah.
This one looks like more than enough.
There is... just because I was running through all the religions in my head and what books would look like what, there is one book that doesn't look like it belongs on the shelf. It's too clean and too nice looking. Still there. Then most of them just look like a standard book.
Hey, get that one.
Oh, okay. I want this one too.
Okay. The first few pages look like borderline child, like a book for like family-friendly book. You know, like, maybe it was put on the wrong shelf, but yeah. So there's that. She's like, I'm really glad you guys didn't end up fondling that map case upstairs. I forgot to warn you about that. It's a new acquisition.
No, we wouldn't touch anything.
Yeah. Yeah. They thank you. You have some level of standing in the guild now.
Yay.
Like, yeah, it kind of goes into a newsletter, goes out like, hey, we're into these adventures, they're cool, whatever.
Yeah, forgot to name ourselves.
Oh.
Way to name this would be so much easier.
Yeah. But just lists you. It's kind of like they keep track of who does good deeds and who's not allowed in. Mind you, there's a description if you do a good deed. There's a picture if you do a really awesome deed, which is, this is great. You guys are great. But you're not getting a picture.
Not yet.
This is a nice description and any family crest you guys might have or marks. But if you were to do something bad, it's full on picture that's really not like pleasant looking. Just right into the next page over. Like everyone sees your awful mug.
Good to know they can blackball us.
Yeah. You know, like convenience stores have.
Don't let this person in. They steal cigarettes.
I actually had someone try to steal cigarettes from my store once. He was drunk, and I think he wanted to pay for it, but just walked behind the counter and was like, I need these ones and these ones. And I'm like, dude. Right. After this, I'm assuming, are you guys heading to,
Yes.
Osrin?
Mm-hmm.
Kept wanting to say Yenthyr. But yeah, so you head to Osrin. You guys, there's not somewhere really to stay here, but they tell you there's an inn not too far away if you want to go there. It's slightly off the road from going to Osrin, but it's not that far, or you guys can camp somewhere if you guys need. It's by now, it's late afternoon.
I'd like
And
to go
we're-
stay
should be
in an
wrapping
inn.
up. Okay.
I'm a classy lady.
Well,
I agree.
The princess needs to stay in an inn.
all right, for the princess.
Yes, showers.
Yes. And then, yeah, that will wrap this bit up. Was there anything you guys want to do when you get to the next town, or anything specific you guys want to do so that I know to make sure you guys aren't like, you know what I feel like? I feel like summoning a demon today.
I'm probably just gonna do the reading, some readings, and the book that I got.
Alright.
So
Probably,
Warren's gonna look for any monsters to slay.
yeah, probably try to see if there's any troubles where we're going and that we can help with.
The inn that you will be staying at is called... Sorry, I'm picking random by in my room. The Black Candle Inn. And that's where you'll be next time.
Sounds good.
Candle in, ... dun dun dun.
Alright. Thank anyone for that joined us. Thank you guys for playing. And Justin, take us off air.
Yep, bye.